All right. The fourth cause of a seven-figure internet business is your sales funnel. All right, your sales funnel. What is a sales funnel? To me, the sales funnel is from the point of, we'll call it opt-in. It's when they get to a squeeze page and they give you their email. That's the start of it. Or it's the first time they hit the sales page, the first time they see about you. It's almost their first point of contact with you and evaluating you as someone they might want to buy from. Whenever that is, whether it's an opt-in, a sales page, or a Facebook video or whatever, that's where the sales starts. Sales starts there. It doesn't start on the webpage. It starts at that first point, wherever that might be. If it's an Instagram story, it's an Instagram story. The sales funnel ends on the confirmation page. Once their purchase is completely complete. Everything in between from first touch to confirmation page is the sales funnel. What is the point of the sales funnel? Who could tell me?
Move them along to buy your product.
To buy the product. Everyone agree? Wrong. That is not the point of the sales funnel. Okay? The point of the sales funnel is to maximize the cart value. That is all that matters. Okay? If you can maximize the average amount of money spent per customer when they go through the funnel, if you can raise that number up, your entire business will go up with it. It is the rising tide that raises all ships. Okay? Maximizing the cart value. And here's why, in case you're wondering. If there are 17 competitors in your marketplace, okay, and you're all selling similar stuff, and guy 1 through 17, their average cart value, let's say they're all selling a $37 product, okay? And with their upsells and all their other shit, the average cart value is, let's say, $75. Nice round number. So someone comes in to buy a $37 product, and then they're like, oh, well, upsell 1, this is interesting, and a percentage of people take the first upsell, percentage of people take the second upsell, third upsell, maybe there's a fourth. You add it all up together, on average, the average customer coming in to buy that $37 product spends on average $75. Everyone follow this so far, okay? Their average cart value is $75. If you can make your cart value, so when someone comes into your funnel, $105, not only are you making $30 more per customer than everyone else, but with that number, aren't you able to spend more on media and advertising because you make more per customer? Yes or no?
Yes.
Are you able to pay affiliates more to drive more traffic to you? Yes or no?
Yes.
With all that extra traffic from affiliates and from paid traffic, don't you basically control the entire marketplace now?
Yes.
All because you did what? Maximized average cart value. That is the name of the game. Okay? This is one I personally fought for a long time. I thought the name of the game was like you said, just make the sale and then sell them more stuff later on. But that's faulty thinking. How about I sell them more stuff later on and I maximize the cart value? Why would I choose either or? All the successful people do both. They maximize the cart value and they have more products to sell them later on. So I'll give you the inside story. When we launched this book in April, it sold like crazy. Okay, like crazy. But the upsell funnel it wasn't doing that well. Okay, our average cart value was about $36 per book. So if someone comes in, it's a free plus shipping offer. We did buy the book for you. You just got to help us out with shipping and handling, $7.95. Okay, conversions are great on the sales page. So they spend that $8 for the shipping, and then with the upsells on average, we got it up to about $36. The industry standard, what's really good, is about $35, $38. Okay, Russell Brunson, when he does one of these, his cart value, for instance, on Expert Secrets, according to his affiliate manager, was $40 per book. So ours was $36. All right. I knew if I get this number up, can I pay my affiliates more than anybody else? Can I spend more money on YouTube and Facebook and 100%, right? So it's really important in business that you have one number, one KPI, one key performance indicator that you value above the rest, that you know if I can raise this number up, everything else in my business will raise up with it. And I decided about early May that the only way our business is going to grow is if I got the average cart value on the book up. This was, we called the floodgate number. We get this number up, the floodgates open. Okay, everyone knew it, everyone talked about it. I think it's even written on Z's whiteboard over there. His crossword puzzle or whatever that is. Okay, Floodgate. We had a name for it. We talked about it. We wrote reports about it. We tried several different funnels trying to get it up, trying to increase this number from 36. Today, our average cart value, I'm going to check, is either $78 or $79 per book. Okay, from 36 to 78 or 79. So we more than doubled our cart value. Russell, doing a good job, he's about 40. Okay, we're at 78 or 79. I don't know anyone else who does it that well, all right? With that, book sales, you think they've gone up or gone down? Way up, right? And also, if my mission is to get this book into the hands of 1 million people, which it is, don't you think it's gonna be a lot easier for me to do that, knowing I can pay people a lot more to send traffic to the page? Of course. So it all works together. It works together with the mission. It works together with everything, right? So increasing the cart value was the most important thing, and honestly, it's probably your floodgate number in your internet business as well, okay? It probably is. The problem is, the two biggest realizations I had from this is, one, most people rush through their funnels, right? They want to get done with the funnel instead of get from the funnel. I want to get from the funnel. I want to maximize what we can get from the funnel. Of course, by maximizing what we get, how do I do that? I maximize what I can give. I have to offer the most value in order to get the most return. So we don't want you to be rushing through your funnel. If you have a funnel right now, stop rushing through it. Stop thinking I just got to get done. No. Go back and sculpt it, right? Be Michelangelo working on Alexander. Sculpt the shit out of it. Sculpt it perfectly. Sculpt it to the number that is your floodgate number, right? It's a sculpture, not a sweepstakes. You don't create a funnel and go, I hope it wins. You create a funnel, and then you go back, and you go back, and you go back, and you sculpt, and you sculpt, and you sculpt until it's doing what you need it to do, right? And the second thing, of course, is the floodgate. Maximizing average cart value can and will explode your business, right? So let's talk about how to do this, right? How do we increase average cart value? The first thing I want to know, because I think it's just really important, is many people in different industries, after they hit it big with one funnel, right? They have a winning VSL, they have a winning sales letter, people start sending traffic, it's just working for them for whatever reason. After they get that, they think that's what internet business is. I got to hit another home run. They just start swinging for home runs, right? Don't do that, okay? If you get the cart value up, it is a home run, right? But it always starts off as a single. It's not like a new at bat, right? You're at bat, you hit a single. It's not like you get another at bat, now you're trying for a double or a triple. You just build on the single. It's still the same play, all right? Don't swing for a home run. Swing for singles and then try to figure out a way to turn the single into a double, the double into a triple, the triple into a home run. That's how we sculpt the funnel, right? Don't be the person who's chasing the unicorn, only swinging for home runs, not hitting it, right? We sculpt this funnel however you must, changing offers, changing prices, testing different things until you get it just right.
And you do that through testing?
No other way, right? So the typical online funnel, Taylor, if I go whiteboard, will we get it?
Yeah.
We got this?
Yep.
Amazing. All right, so the typical online funnel, let's go with that example we were talking about before, right? It's $37, and this is the front end offer. And then there's gonna be usually 3 upsells. I don't know any ClickBank offer, any type of information product. If you're on Amazon, this isn't what the funnels look like, but in general, in information marketing, this is what you're gonna see. And the first upsell is usually gonna be, depending on what market, you're usually gonna see something like $27, maybe $17. It'll be somewhere between 40 to 80% of the original price offer. That's what most people are gonna do, right? And their general idea is we start small, we get a yes, and we're gonna build up some yes momentum, right? So this one will be a little bit more, maybe this one will be 47, or maybe 67, or maybe 97. And then the last one, we're gonna play big there. We're gonna go for 197, or 297, or even 497. And this is what the typical funnel looks like, all right? And what do you think the average take rate on an upsell is? Just give me a number.
50%.
How much?
20.
20, would you say?
50%.
50, any other numbers? You got 50%, 20%. All right, so the average take rate you're gonna see, if you're going 40 to 80% of here, you're gonna see about 25%. Okay, about 25%. If this was, for instance, $37 product and this is $97 in the first upsell, if you can get 20%, you're doing really well. Okay, so if it's significantly more than the front end offer, you can get 20%, good. If it's less than the front end, you should be able to get 25. Honestly, you should be able to get 30, 35, 40 if you're a practiced, skilled marketer. Second upsell, you're usually going to see that cut in half, right? So you might see 12%, and here you're going to see usually about 2 to 3%. And again, this is on good marketing. This isn't like beginner marketing. This is good marketing. Part of the reason is people have buying fatigue. They bought a product. They're like, dude, I bought the book. I can't wait to get the book. Right? This is what they want. They're expecting to hit submit, buy now, and then go to a page that offers that. They're like, here's your book. So they buy it, and then they go here, and they're like, this isn't the book. What's going on right now? Right? So they're already a little upset. They're a little confused. So we have to keep that in mind, especially if we're going 2 upsells, 3 upsells. Some people go 4 or 5 upsells. By the time they hit here, they just wanted their book. They're not getting their book yet. They realize it has to be shipped, or the download page, the thank you page is over here, right? By the time they get here, are they in a great buying mood? Are they super receptive to pitches and offers? Do they want to sit through a 12-minute upsell video right now? No. Hell no. They didn't want to do it here. And now they've said yes or no. They're like, dude, what the heck? Like, so what are the key mistakes if this is the typical online funnel that people are making? That's one. Not realizing, not respecting the nature of the person going through the funnel. Here, they're in a different mood than here. Every time they hit yes or no, you understand their mood changes, their state changes. If they hit yes, they're a little more excited, they're a little more receptive, they've spiked their buying temperature. If they say no, doesn't your state immediately change? You made a commitment in this direction, now you're moving in that direction. You have momentum there. You have no momentum, right? You have, I'm not interested in momentum. You have, I'm not buying any more momentum. You're in that state. We don't normally talk about this. We need to, right? So that's one. 2 is this, most people who build online funnels, they just go with what everyone else is doing, right? They're just like, what's everyone else doing? How is everyone else structuring their upsells? I don't want to deviate from the mean too much. I will just kind of model, right? Maybe I'll charge a little more, a little less, but I'm going to stay in that same range. And here's the problem with doing what everyone else is doing. You're going to end up with similar or same results that they will. Meaning you will not break the floodgates. Does this make sense to everybody? Yep. Okay. So you want to change it up, okay? First of all, like Anton mentioned, yes, you split test this. Okay, so when we're testing our funnel for our books or for our different offers right now, we've split tests running on all of them, okay? And one of the key things with testing is most people will test a price, right? 67 versus 97. Or they'll test a headline, right? How to do X, Y, and Z versus the number one, they'll just test different headlines. Maybe they'll test different background colors. Maybe they'll test a different story, right? Some people will actually write a different VSL. Those are all good things to do. They're not good enough though. If you're testing, you have to test, write this down, this is a big word, okay? Completely different shit. You have to test completely different shit. If you test a different price point and one makes $2 more than the other, the margin of error in online testing is great enough that a $2 difference is not a number you can rely on. Okay, the reporting you're gonna get from most testing software out there, whether it's Optimizely, whether it's VWO, whether it's any Google Analytics, any other stuff out there, they're 5 to 15% just flat out wrong in their data reporting. So if you're not getting a significantly big result, you can't even trust the data, the results that you're getting, right? You're declaring winners that you don't even know if it's a winner. This is why we've spent almost $150,000 now building our own in-house tracker and testing and all this stuff so we can guarantee our numbers are accurate. It's that important. But until you get to a certain level, you can go with their stuff, but you have to test completely different shit so you can get very, very different results in that way. That's the only way you can know for sure if you have a winner or a loser. Does that make sense to everybody? Completely? Yes.
Do you mean change the entire thing?
So I'm going to talk about that right now. All right, so what does that mean? Completely different shit. Here is what we tested differently with our book funnel, all right? We tried different for the first upsell. And by the way, with our testing, we focused almost entirely on testing the first upsell, okay? Because that's where all the money's gonna be made. We're testing the other ones now, but it's not, the first one is the make or break moment, okay? And of course, and that's, like, the only reason I'm saying that, by the way, I think it's important to note, is the sales page, the front end offer for this is converting so well. So many people are buying this book right now that we have tests running on it, but I don't think we're gonna make the conversions that much higher, no matter what we do, right? The opportunity lied in our first upsell. Does that make sense to everybody? So right now, if you have an offer going and your front end conversions aren't amazing, that's probably where your best opportunities lie. Actually, if you have an offer that's not doing that well, your best opportunities lie with the front end and with the first upsell. Those are the two big boys. Okay. Yeah.
Here you have, well, your first upsell is a slightly lower price than the main product.
Yeah.
But then your second upsell and third upsell, the price is increasing.
Right.
I've seen them where there'll be a decrease in price in a later upsell. So I don't know if it's the second or third upsell, whatever. But
Yeah.
the one upsell might be a much higher price than the previous product, maybe $97 or whatever. And then the one after that will drop, I mean, like a rock, drop like maybe $9.
Right.
After 97, they're like, well, if you didn't want to buy the $97 one, you know, maybe at least you want this.
Right.
So I'm wondering if that would have a decreasing take rate
Right.
as well, or if your take rate would jump on that lower product, because people are like, well, I can afford $9.
Right. Well, it's one, you got to test. That's just the answer. I can't say either way. Two, also, if it's $9, you know, the take rate can go way up, but even if you get 50% of the people to take a $9 offer, you're still making you're still making less than if you can get 20% of people to take a $97 offer, for instance. So the amount of money made, you know, price goes up, conversions go down, but you still might, it's about how much money is it making you overall. That's the key thing. Don't look at which one's converting better, percentage. I want to know the total value, the total money being generated by it. That's the key factor that matters. And what you're talking about a lot of times is called a downsell also. So in ClickBank, Samcart, ClickFunnels, other places, you can set it up where you can have a downsell. So you can set it up where it's $27 for this, and if they didn't want it, you can have a downsell here for $17, that's a D, right? So the funnel, it goes like that, and then it comes down, and then it comes back up. So for instance, they said no to this one, you go, okay, so maybe you didn't want the video and the audio. What if we just offered you the video, so we actually take out the audio, but just for the videos, it's only $17. So you take something out of it, and you offer the rest of it for a cheaper price. And you can save a little bit, but at the end of the day, understand the psychology of it. They said no to this, they're probably gonna say no to the next one anyways. If it's similar with just a couple things taken out or a couple things added. Does that make sense? Like you're basically saying like, hey, I know you just said no to it, but do you want it? They're like, no, I just said no to it, dude. So keep that in mind. And again, this is all mental games. It could, it couldn't, we'd have to test it to really get the right answer instead of us just kind of debating which one's gonna do better or not. One thing I can tell you with other funnels I've done is I had a funnel where the front end was 69 and the first upsell was 97 and the second upsell before had been 37, and our average cart value, if I remember right, was something in like the $75 range. We were getting about 20% of people to take that. Actually, it was much higher than that. It might have been 95, 85. It was something like that, right? We were getting about 1 out of 5 to take the first upsell at 97, and we were only getting about 20% also to take this one at 37. And I had someone really smart tell me, hey, this is years ago, but he was like, test something very different. Like I was thinking about testing a different headline on this. He was like, dude, screw that. Go the complete opposite way. So we put a $297 offer in that place, and we got 9% of people to take it. So now we're making like $26, $27 on this upsell. So we added an extra $26 or $27 to the entire cart value because we tested something way, way different. Okay, so that's one thing that you can test in your upsell that could be worth it, okay? Price, but not 67 versus 97, okay? 67 versus 397. You got to take your beliefs out of it. Just get them out of there. Just because you're like, why would anyone pay $397 for it, doesn't matter what you think. That's the whole point of testing. We're here to discover what the marketplace thinks and what they'll do and what they'll buy and what they won't buy. So testing extremely different prices, that can work. Changing up the structure of the offer. So instead of it being $397, make it 3 payments of $97. So it's only $97 today. That's a way you can go with changing up the structure. Make it a free trial. Test that. If you have a $197 upsell and it's not selling that well, give them 7 days to try it out for free and then bill them $197 if they want to keep it. Do you think your take rate is going to be higher there? Absolutely, right? So you can test trials. You should also test the actual offer. So the first upsell we had for this originally was one of my programs called 77 Ways to Make More Money Than a Millionaire. Okay, that was our first upsell before, and it did pretty well. And most people would have been like, maybe I'll change the headline, maybe I'll change the name of the product, or maybe I'll just change the price. We created a whole new program, a whole new product that we put in its place. We tested 77 Ways to Make More Money Than a Millionaire versus the Higher Status 25-day video program. And that, I don't know if I made a note here. I did. That's key, okay? And obviously the Higher Status videos won. Part of the reason for that is because it makes sense. You want your upsells to make sense. What I mean by that is they just bought this first product. Now you're offering the second thing. Does it make sense? Like in 3 seconds or less, could someone hear the first one and the second one? And does it make sense that they would want both? Do they go together? Does the new one, is it right in line with, because if they bought a book like Higher Status, what can we adequately predict they want out of life or for themselves? Just throw out some stuff. If they want more everything. Better relationships. What else?
More money, more respect, more love, more admiration. Status.
Yes, they want more status, more love, more respect, more admiration, better relationships. They want more power. They want higher pay. They want to be the man, right? They want to be the center of attention. They want to win friends and influence people, right?
Be the king instead of the peasant.
Yes, they want to be king instead of peasant. They're done with being peasant. All these great things, yes. So if we know that about them, wouldn't it behoove us to ensure that our first upsell appeals to the same reason they bought it originally? Right? Money, when people buy this book, to me, it's more personal development than it is make money. Yes, as a high status person, closing deals and making money and getting invited to cool business opportunities will happen for you, but you will indirectly make more money by becoming high status, right? It's not a make money system. So offering an upsell that was 77 ways to make more money than a millionaire, they want more money, but it's not a direct connection. It doesn't make perfect sense. Do you guys see what I'm saying? Higher status videos, it makes perfect sense, doesn't it? You have the book. Do you want to go through the advanced 25-day program on video, right? Where I'm going to install it for you. You're going to go through the whole program each day. We do one thing a day for 25 days, and by the end of it, you're completely transformed. And it's badass. It's probably the best program I've done. That makes more sense. It doesn't surprise me that the take rate was much higher, right? So it has to make sense. It definitely has to make sense with what they're getting. And the other thing is what I was saying is we put in a whole new offer. Most people, again, they'll test price. And we created a whole new product, whole new copy, whole new video, whole new pages. We created everything new, right, to test. And that's what it's completely different shit. It has to be like that. Other things you can do that you can mess with it is, especially on the front end, I just have a list here. You can change it to a free trial. You can make it installments. You can use reason why discounts. So it's discounted right now with a countdown timer for this reason or that reason. We're celebrating the birthday of Hannibal. We're celebrating the birthday of Martin Luther King, or we're celebrating the first day of summer, whatever, right? So when you have a discount, you always want a reason why. That's more marketing, but I think everyone knows that. If you just offer someone, here's a discount, it's 50% off today, the first question is before how can I get it, the first question is why? Why is it on sale, right? So it's a reason why discount. On the front end, you can also put a thing up there that talks about a price increase notice with a countdown timer. That can work. Another way you can structure it is name your own price. So there's a different code you can actually use where you tell them, you decide how much it's worth, make me an offer. And they put in the number and they go buy, and you can actually set the value, the max and the min. So let's say you can put in that they need to spend at least $20 and let's say $20 to $300. And that's behind the scenes. So when they go to the page, they have the whole offer and they get to the price and you're like, it's actually, there's no price on it. I want you to tell me what you think it's worth to you. You make me the offer, hit buy now. And if it fits within what I think is also fair, then it's yours. People just like play it as a game just to see if they can get it right. So that can work as well. And you'd be surprised, people are generally good. They won't like lowball you as much as they can. They'll actually say what they think is fair. So you can do that. Fast action bonuses, of course, with the front end offer work well. So let's go back to the upsells though. So the key things with the upsells, like I said, it has to make sense or relevant. It should usually make the results that they want come easier, faster, bigger, and better. So it should support the front end product. And not even the product that they bought, it should support the result that they wanted from that product, their reason for buying it. It should support that. It should make it come to them easier, faster, bigger, better. And then the other thing is it shouldn't devalue what they just bought, right? So if they're coming in for the higher status videos, and that's the upsell, I shouldn't be talking about how the videos are so much better than the book. Like, what the hell, you bought the book? It's like, okay, but dude, you need the videos. Like, I'm not gonna devalue the product that they just bought. The book is amazing and the videos are amazing and you're amazing. So buy now. Like it shouldn't devalue that, okay? So some examples you might see out there. I told you about ours with our book funnel. Like oftentimes for supplements, someone buys a pill or a bottle of pills or whatever, a 30-day supply. The first upsell will often be something like buy 5 more for the price of 1 or buy 5 more for the price of 2. So it's a deal, it's a discount, it makes sense. You want to stock up on it at a discount, it makes sense, right? In ebooks, a lot of times someone buys an ebook. The upsell is get it on video, also bring the book to life in your own home, right? That's kind of the pitch there. In nutrition, if you're selling nutrition, this is like the winner bar none by far. If you're selling a nutrition book, the first upsell is always, well, don't you want the recipes, right? And it has that done for you factor, the recipes. Dude, how many websites are online where you can find recipes?
Google.
They are everywhere. Facebook, Google, they're everywhere. Yet they're buying a recipe book because you have made it uniquely for the nutrition thing that they just bought. They're like, he did or she did this all for me. I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to search on websites and wonder if I can trust them or not. No. The author of the nutrition book is now giving me the recipes that I need. And it's going to go exactly with the nutrition that's outlined in the book, and I just copy paste. It's done for me. I don't have to worry about it. They did all the work, so I don't have to. If we can make that happen with our upsell, we're going to increase our conversions. If we can get that appeal in there, right? I did all this work for you, so you can get the results bigger, faster, easier, and better, so you don't have to. So, one other thing I want to add on pricing, actually, and this is weird. We're going to wrap up after this for this video, but this is really weird. So I saw Dan Kennedy speak last month, and he's talking about this offer he'd been working on recently, and they had a product that was selling really well, and this was the price. Okay, this is about pricing. It was $39, all right? And they're getting good sales, they're getting good upsells, everything's going well. So he's looking at it, and they're trying to beat the control. What does that mean, beat the control? The control is the winning funnel, the winning sales letter, the winning VSL. That's our control. We're trying to beat the control, meaning we're trying to create a VSL or a sales letter, a funnel, whatever, that makes more money than it. Does that make sense to everybody? Yes. So he is looking at it. What do I do with it? What can I craft? What can I change? And he's like, dude, the copy was amazing. Like, I wrote it. It's amazing. Okay, I'm spectacular. It's a great pitch. It's a great hook. It's the right time. Everything's right. He doesn't know what to change. He knows if he's going to test, you need to test something significantly different. Normal stuff won't work. So here's was his test. Here's his idea. He goes, we're going to change nothing about the copy. We're going to change nothing about the offer. We're going to change nothing about the traffic. The only thing we're going to change is instead of it being $39, we're going to make it 3 times $39. And this one ended up winning by almost 40%. In fact, the best part is he goes, the front end conversions were better on this than this. So 100 people come to a $39 offer, and let's say 10 of them buy. Cool. 100 people come to 3 times 39, and like 12 or 14 of them are buying. Does that make any sense to anybody? So any belief you have that you know what they buy and what they won't buy, did that just destroy it? Yes or no?
Yeah. Yes.
Do you still believe that you know what's going to work and what won't work? Are you looking at this like I have no idea what's going to work and what won't work, therefore I have to test it? Good. That was the intention. All right.
Any idea on why that happened?
Honestly, in my opinion, if that happened, I would hypothesize that the offer is positioned extremely valuably, and at $39, most people are like, this seems so valuable. Why is it only $39? And when he made it 3 times 39, they're like, that makes sense, right? It's valuable, but it made more sense to them. The perceived value and the price matched up better. Okay. Any questions on this stuff before we get to the next one? I know that's a lot of information, and I know how important we kind of stress the importance of cart value is. So if you have a question, now is the time. Perfect. All right, so we'll wrap up this module, and I'll see you guys for number 5 in just a second.